Hey guys, it's just Jocelyn. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday, episode 8. Tonight's topics are, uh, tonight's topics are relationship goals. Excuse me, so I'm just letting y'all know right now I'm sick. Tonight's topics are relationship goals and does size matter? So, um, like I said, I'm not feeling too good, but y'all know I was gonna be here. I know today's election day, but y'all know I was gonna be here. So here we are live. I just want to welcome everybody. I hope y'all can hear me. Um, like I said, my throat's a little scratchy, so I'm not gonna be as loud as I usually be, but y'all should still be able to hear me. So, first things first, in regards to the relationship goals, I'm y'all are probably thinking I meant something different than what I did, but more so, it's a question. Like, what is your goal in regards to relationships? Like, you see people like posting things on social media, like little memes, and it's just like a picture of like Jay-Z and Beyonce, or a picture of a couple wearing matching sneakers, or like dumb shit like that. So I'm not really talking about that. I more so want to know, like, what is the goal? Like, when you meet people, what is your initial goal? Like, when you're out here dating, like, what is the goal? Is there a goal as far as, oh, well, I'm just out here, I'm dating, I meet you, I like you, I'll see what happens? Is it just, oh, I just kind of want to have sex? Like, I'm just looking for somebody to have sex with, maybe just somebody to kick it with once in a while, somebody to have a little company with, somebody to go to the movies with, somebody to go out to eat? Or is it like, okay, I'm looking for somebody, I want to like you, then I want to love you, then I want to have, get married to you, have babies with you, all of that. Like, what is the goal when you guys are going into these relationships? Take care of my girl. That's what I do in a relationship. Okay, not what do you do, but like, what is the goal? Happiness, a best friend, companion, someone to share everything with, right? So yeah, so it's just like, because I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm struggling, but it has occurred to me that not everybody wants to get married, have kids, and live happily ever after. That's really not everybody's goal. Like, and I had to take that into consideration. And it's just like, okay, me personally, I'm more of a relationship oriented person. I've always been that way. So I have a little bias. Like, I can't say for sure, like, oh, well, I've been in situations where I just wanted to date like anybody that I've dated and I've liked, I took them seriously and we ended up in a relationship. Um, whether it lasted 6 months, 9 months, 2 years, or whatever. And that's another question. Like, who's to say? Like, people put in this limit on, oh, if you've only been together for a certain amount of time, then it's not a relationship or whatever. So we're going to touch on that as well. Let me go back to some other comments just to take that girl out and build a relationship and see where it go. Yeah, so basically, so initially, Steve, so Charles, what you're basically saying is, when you meet somebody, your initial goal is you're not out here looking for a girlfriend. You just looking for somebody to have fun with, and if it turns into something, then cool. Is that what you're saying, Charles? Hey, everybody that's just joining. Like I said, today's topics are relationship goals and does size matter. So we're gonna, go into the relationship goals for a while. We'll discuss that. I'll see what you guys are having to say, and then we will move on to the other topic. And I already asked for you guys' acceptance because I'm looking like shark shit today. I feel like shit, but I could not leave you guys hanging, so I'm here. But yeah, so because it's just like, all right, is it an age thing in regards to, okay, well, some people, want to be in a relationship, and it's just like, oh, well, because I'm, like, me personally, I'm 31. So it's just like, yeah, I'm kind of more so I'm more so kind of on the verge of, okay, yeah, I want a relationship. I want something that's going to have some longevity, a partner to build with, etc. However, I don't feel like I've ever been any different. And that may be a good or a bad thing, because maybe when I was younger, I should have been doing a little bit more, like just dating more, not necessarily looking for everything to have, to be a last forever type of thing. Because then when you go into it with those expectations, then it's just like, when things don't work out, you get so upset. It's just like, oh man, now I wasted this time. Whereas instead of looking at things like a waste of time, you should be looking at it as far as, well, that's an experience. That's something I had to go through. That's the person that I dated. I dealt with them for a nice amount of time. I learned things from the relationship. I got things from the relationship. I gave things to them, and moving forward. Desi said, "What's up with men being all they can be, and the woman is too dumbfounded to see it?" Okay, so can you elaborate? Like, as far as what do you mean? As far as them being too dumbfounded to see it? I don't understand what you mean. Like, some people are just not ready to appreciate you at your best. Like, some people, you can get into a relationship with someone and they may be a good person and you may be a good person, but the timing is just not right. And I just feel like maybe at that time they were not ready to receive you in the way that you were trying to give off. Like, some people just don't be ready, and everybody just don't be on the same time, basically. In my experience, I feel like that's usually how that goes, because it's not that they don't appreciate you, they just really don't know how to appreciate you. It's just like, I don't even really know how to take somebody like you. Like, oh my goodness, like, you came out of nowhere, and even if you're giving them everything that they want and need, sometimes they don't even know how to accept that. It's just like, whether it's they're used to not getting it or what. Some people don't even know what they need and want until they got it, and then they just like, oh shit, this, I actually do like this. Sometimes it's just too late. We are serial monogamous, so I feel like I was never looking to just play around. Longevity is the key. My parents have been married for 41 years, so I look to that as inspiration. I feel like that's a big deal. Thank you, Jessica, because a lot of the way that we look at relationships and we look at dating and everything, whether it's from, you get inspiration from somewhere. So it's either your parents or your aunt or the people that you hang around, whether your parents have been married or you grew up in a single household, or all the way down to if you grew up in an abusive household. That's human nature. That's not throwing shade at anybody's family, but that's human nature. That's what people are going to look for. That's what they're going to strive for. That's what they're going to think is okay, because that's all you know. So if that's all that's ever been around you, then you don't really know anything different. So you don't know to say that, oh, this isn't good, or this is good, or this is how it should be, or whatever. So I do agree with that. Like, everybody has that inspiration that they're looking up to, whether it's their parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, or even people that you look up to on TV. Because not all television couples these days are like happily married and this and that, especially in these day and times. I can only imagine like what the kids are going to be thinking now. Like, you got, married couples, and then you got the blended families, and then you have the single parents, and then you have the biracial couples, and then you have the abusive couples and the abusive households, and the list goes on and on. So there's so much that goes with that, but I do feel like we all look for, not even necessarily inspiration, but that's where we're molded from. So that's what we're taught. So that's kind of, we usually look towards something that we've already had, or that we know, and that has been as an example to us, basically. Zaire is saying, with age comes a lot more settling down. That's true. I do agree. Like I said, I'm 31, so I'm in a settle down stage. However, I can be honest to say that when I was younger, I always wanted to be in a relationship as well, and I may or may not have gotten to experience some of the things that other young people may have, because I did settle down early. I had a boyfriend all through high school, and I had a kid in 12th grade and all those things. So I didn't really do a whole lot of dating. I mean, I had a little spurt of time where, you know what I mean, I was just out here, but even that, it was like dating, but it wasn't really a desire of mine. So I guess it really just depends on the person. Hey, BJ, but shouldn't marriage and longevity be the goal? That's the question, basically, because as I stated in the beginning of the video, a lot of people don't necessarily have that as a goal. And the question is that a wrong thing? Like, is that the goal? Like, is that the ultimate goal for every relationship, to get married and have children? And we have to understand that there really very well may be people out here that have no desire to ever be married, have no desire to have children, have no desire to do any of that. Like, you can have a relationship with somebody and you guys can, be together for a while, but they may not want to do that. And then it's just like, well, is there something wrong with that? Sometimes your best isn't good enough. Might have to level up. This is true. Hey, babe. Hi, everyone who's just joining. James is saying time is everything, and you know when it's right, but your partner has to be ready. Without an equal commitment, step back or move on. Time waits for no one. I agree. I definitely agree. And I've been told that before. It's just like, yo, you're a good woman, but I just wasn't ready for you. And that happens ever so often. It's just like, and then you can't fault the other person because to a certain extent, it's just like, well, damn, at least they let me go. But then on the flip side to it, it's just like, well, damn, like we really could have had something. And then it's just like, well, do you wait? And it's not saying wait, because then I have a problem with that. What you're saying, James, it's one thing to say time waits for no one, but then again, isn't relationships all about building? Isn't it about building together? So I can't say, oh, if you're not where I am when we meet, then this ain't going nowhere. It's just like, yeah, I may be more settled in one area, but you may be more settled in another area, or you may have things to bring to the table that I don't, and vice versa, and we meet in the middle and we help each other. I feel like I was having this discussion earlier, and I just feel like a lot of people don't take full accountability when they're in relationships. I feel like it is your responsibility when you get into a relationship, like when you solidify that you're in a relationship with someone, I feel like you're somewhat responsible for them. Not even somewhat. Like, I'll say, I feel like you're responsible for your partner. Like, even if you're not married, if it's known, like, this is your girlfriend, this is your partner, this is your boyfriend, you know, this is my man, this is bae, whatever, and they have, you know, things going on with them, or they're experiencing issues, I feel like everybody's purpose in a relationship is to help the other person in whatever way that may be, whether it's, you know, mentally, emotionally, sexually, financially, whatever. You are responsible for that person. That's something that you're taking on. That's a responsibility that you're taking on when you decide to be in a relationship. And I think a lot of people tend to either forget that or disregard it or not even consider it, because then it's just like, oh, that's not my problem, or my baby got issues, or no. If your partner has issues, you got issues. Please believe me, you have problems as well. And if you don't look at it like that, then you're not ready to be in a relationship with anybody. Serious, long-term, short-term, date, whatever. That's right, base people on the real. Okay, how that used to be. What made me get married? So, well, I personally got married. I got married to a longtime friend. We had known each other through, you know, a family member. Like, he was just someone that I always knew. We always got along. We were great friends, never had a romantic relationship or anything. And then years later, when we began to see each other romantically, kind of out of nowhere, it just kind of clicked. We were dating only for a very short amount of time, and, you know, he asked me to marry him. We got married, we had a baby, and that was that. But so at the time, I didn't think that, like, I said yes, and I was okay with the relationship simply because I didn't feel that we needed to do a lot of preliminary things, because we had already known each other. We were already really good friends. We had already had a really good relationship, good rapport with each other, a lot of respect for each other, things like that. So some of the dating mumbo jumbo, so to speak, I didn't feel was necessary. And we got married, and I feel like ultimately, like, we were pretty happy. It was kind of quick, though. I was separated after 18 months, so that's, you know, hard to say. And that was almost 10 years ago. So now, looking back, you know, we have an okay relationship now, and we're able to communicate, and we have actually discussed some of the things that, you know, ended our marriage. And, you know, it does help to, like, that's the perfect situation. I feel like a lot of my partners now, I'll say in the last 5 to 7 years since I've been separated and divorced, think that I'm a really good woman. And my ex-husband feels like I'm a very good woman as well. But a lot of my partners now aren't ready for me. And at the time, I wasn't ready for him. So that's just how shit fucks and happens sometimes. Every goal is just to be happy. I like that. So Corey's basically saying that the goal, no matter what, should just be to be happy. And everybody who's commenting, I'm going to get to you guys, I promise. Just bear with me. The goal is definitely to be happy. That basically makes sense. I feel like the goal in any interaction is to be happy. Whether it's dating, sex, relationship, whatever. Just everybody wants to be happy. When you wake up in the morning, the goal should just be, I just want to be happy. Hey, baby, you shouldn't be on here. This is not for kids. But like that, I just feel that's an overall blanket statement. Like the goal should be happy, because if you're not happy, then you're not going to make nobody else happy, and all those other things are not going to happen. So definitely should be to be happy. Let me see. Thanks, Michelle, for sharing the video. It is a building process that requires equal responsibility on all levels, whatever it be. Correct. So that's basically what I was saying. I feel like you are responsible for your partner, and you need to help them help you. They're there to help you, and you're there to help them. No matter how you see it, if you disagree, you're not ready for a relationship, period. With your partner, do you see long-term commitment? My current partner, I definitely go into everything with the best of thoughts, the best of feelings, the best of intentions, just to basically do the best I can to make this person happy, and to make sure that they're making me happy, and and hope for the best. We're not speaking like marriage or anything. It was definitely way too early for that, but who knows? And like I said, you always want to go into things with the most positive outcome or outlook. At the very least, you want to be optimistic about the situation. Finance or cooking, you must consider the other person. Right. Congratulations. Thank you. What you saying congratulations for, James? I agree about the accountability and responsibilities. You have to have your partner out here looking crazy. You can't have your partner out here looking crazy, right? If you're unhappy and you're not trying to assist, then y'all single, basically. And I do agree. Like I said, I just feel like a lot of people kind of miss that part. That's the big part of relationships. I feel like we're all broken, and that's what a lot of people tend to think or tend to misunderstand. Everybody got this shit with them, like as far as personal shit. It don't even have to be relationships. I'm talking about childhood issues, whatever the case. And it's just like you have to be willing to take someone, like that's what the whole accept people flaws and all, and take them with their baggage. Not just take it and say, oh, I see you got some bags sitting over there. No, come on, let's sit here and unpack these fucking bags, because you got some fucking issues. And somehow, some way, at some point, these issues are going to dwindle over and carry over onto me. You're going to start something about you, and these issues that made you the way you are is going to affect me. So I'm going to help you unpack these bags. I'm not going to sit here and watch them pile up in my closet. Get this shit. Let's work on it. One bag at a time, one thing at a time, one issue at a time. You have to be ready to be with that person and accept all the good and the bad that they're carrying with them. A lot of people can't work through the baggage people have. And that's basically what I said, Tika. Thank you. Yeah, people just think that, oh, yeah, she got baggage or he got baggage or whatever, and I don't have time. Whether it's, females with not dealing with, all the way down to people that don't want to deal with partners that have past children or divorced or baby mama drama or whatever. It's just like, well, you kind of got to deal with that. You need to figure out what happened with the baby mom. Why are they like this? Why are you not able to see your kids or whatever? Like, you need to work on that. It is your job. It is your job, your responsibility as that person's partner to do whatever they have to do, whatever they need done. Sometimes people can't do stuff on their own. You're dealing with a guy that hasn't seen his kids because his baby mom's an asshole or blah, 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 blah. He don't want to call her because she be arguing with him. Babe, so I called down child support. We're going to make an appointment so you guys can get joint custody. And I didn't call, not child support, what's it called? Family court. Call family court, and I made an appointment. You guys are going to go so you can file for joint custody for the baby because X, Y, and Z. Do it. What they going to say? Why the fuck you do that? Why you in my business? Oh, I probably don't need to be with you if this is your business. No, dog, this is our business. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all need to take initiative. Sometimes it's hard for people to even open up to you. If somebody opens up to you even the slightest bit and tell you a little bit of their issues, a little bit of their business, a little bit of their past, it is your responsibility to take heed to it, take it into consideration, the way you deal with them, the way you talk to them, the way you act with them. And if there's something you can do to help, then do it. Like, do you not want to help this person? That just doesn't make sense. Aries, you fashionably late. Go ahead, take your time, babe. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up on your comments. Give me just a second Fuck a relationship right now. Trump winning. There will be no election talk on here. That's very unfortunate, but I'm not talking no election. So I will post the video afterwards if you guys want to watch the polls live. I can respect that. I appreciate you guys stopping in. You can stop in and out. I'll be here till 10 o'clock. I love that. Let's unpack this package together. Yes, you bald head bitch. Tell people to vote. Okay, Calvin, you about to get cussed the fuck out. I wouldn't want to spam you, babe. You don't realize how much things that have happened to you in the past, even in childhood, or what examples they were shown. Right. That's what I'm saying. Basically, you just never know, and that is what makes people who they are. You have to respect that. Like, people's childhoods, they can change it, but then it has a lot to do with, sometimes if you ask somebody about their childhood, or somebody opens up some things to you, it will explain so much about them. And it's not an excuse, but it is an explanation, and you have to respect it. I talked about this in a video previously. I think it was episode 6, maybe 5 or 6. But you have to consider that, because everybody comes from something. We all have a past. We all have a childhood. We all were brought up different ways, and all the way down to the way some people were raised. They just don't have the same values and morals as you. So you can't just hate them. You have to figure out, okay, is this something I want to deal with? But this is who they are, and this is why. And sometimes that makes a difference. But what if they never open up? Now, that's something I personally feel like, now don't get me wrong, there are some people that are just not even hard, but it's such a shell around them based on, you know, whatever maybe the situation have been. However, I feel like if you're really a concerned partner and you're really interested in trying to get to know this person, you will ask questions. Ask questions. On top of someone opening up to you is a big, first of all, it's an honor, but it takes a significant, extreme amount of trust. It takes a lot of trust. You got to think, we're all in our late 20s, early 30s. People could be having issues that happened when they were 2, 3 years old. You got people out here that may have been, you know what I mean, in foster care, adopted, you know, raped when they were younger, whatever. You never know. When they were children. So you thinking 20, almost 30 years later, they've been holding this in and whatever. You just never know. So you know what I mean? It takes a lot for them to even put it in the forefront of their mind, let alone express it to somebody. This may be something that they've never told anybody, never told their parents. You never know. So it takes an extreme amount of trust. So I do feel like a lot of people, you also have to remember to make your partner feel comfortable with you. Make your partner feel confident and safe, because you have to be able to trust this person. Like, that's a big part of being in a relationship. I feel like you need to feel like you're safe with them. Not just safe like they won't beat you up, but that your secrets are safe. That you can trust them with your emotions. You can trust them with your feelings. Trust them with your thoughts. Trust them with your secrets. Because if you don't feel that way, I'm not telling you shit. Now I'm gonna hold it in, and then days when I'm not having a good mood, I'm gonna probably cuss you out because I can't cuss out my Uncle Tony or whatever. Like, that shit happens. So you need to also, you know, keep in mind to make yourself as trustworthy as possible. If you do even the slightest thing to show that you're not trustworthy, you fucked it up. And you're going to have to work triple overtime to change that, because that's hard. But sometimes having too much baggage means you may need to chill by yourself and unpack it alone. This is true as well. However, I'm with you on the being by yourself sometimes, but I feel like, for lack of better words, some people just aren't that strong. And as much as it might be a burden on you, some people really just need a stronger person to help them, or to bring things to the forefront, or to let them know, listen, you got to do this. I feel like everybody has a purpose, and sometimes it might seem minor to you, but your purpose is to help others. Like, I'm not gonna get religious on y'all at all. Y'all know I ain't gonna go there. But the fact of the matter is, your purpose is to help somebody else. We're all put here to be meaningful and useful to somebody else. So even if all you do out of your whole life is help your boyfriend from 8th grade get better with himself, or come out as he's gay or whatever, then you have accomplished something. So sometimes being by yourself is good, but sometimes people just need that extra push. Thank you. It is important to know someone's childhood, but you have to be patient, because it may be things they do not want to talk about. Right. So yeah, nobody wants to talk about it because that's what happened in their childhood and they haven't dealt with it. But you have to just be trustworthy, and definitely, Courtney, thank you. It definitely takes a whole lot of patience. It takes a lot of vulnerability. That's a struggle when pride gets in the way. True. And like I said, I feel like the pride comes into play when there's an issue with trust. Because it's just like, I might be too proud to tell you, because it's not about pride like, oh, I'm big and bad, this and that. But then it's just like, I need to trust that once I tell you this, once I become vulnerable to you, once I put this guard down, that this is not going to come back on me. Or all the way down to, no, you might not tell my business, but I don't want you to use it against me. You follow what I'm saying? So you have to just, it's really about patience and vulnerability and respect. Respect. Let me catch up on these comments, y'all. I'm sorry, but that's a question. How you make your partner safe? BJ, I'm gonna get to you in a second. It's a major part of relationship. Thank you. So make your partner safe. Like I said, BJ, basically you just have to. You can't work on them. You just have to make sure that you let it be known how available you are. Period. How available you are, how open you are, how trustworthy you are, how patient you are, how much you love them, how much you care, and how much you're really, really willing to do whatever it takes to help them. Sometimes you just have to get selfless in a relationship. There comes a time where you really have to let them know that whatever they need, you will do, or you will help in any way, shape, or form. That's extremely important. A lot of relationships end nowadays for stupid things someone probably did their whole life and never found annoying. You have to find compassion, talk things through, try to understand, trust that their business won't be everywhere. Right. Streets, good or bad, basically. Making a partner feel safe means letting them talk and not throwing it in their face. Basically. Okay, so y'all are basically understanding what I'm saying. And for all those who are just joining, welcome. But we're definitely talking about relationship goals and just basically wondering what are the goals. Is the goal for a relationship when you're meeting somebody, when you're dating, is the ultimate goal to get married, to have children? Does everyone want to do that? And we have to keep in mind that where people are coming from, whether it's past relationship issues or childhood issues or whatever. And I just also stated that you need to be responsible for your partner. Like, that's just like adding another child. Yes, your partner is just like a child. You're responsible even if y'all don't live together, when you are thinking what you're going to make for dinner or when you're going to write your Christmas list, is I got the kids, I got babe, I got mom, I got dad. When you think about dinner, oh babe, what you eat tonight? Or what? Like, it's really those simple things, but it's the same. It goes for the smallest things and for the largest things. It's just like, I don't want to call it a pet peeve, but I really am starting to notice that is a lot of people's problem. You don't understand your responsibility when you sign up for a relationship. The goals should be honestly stated up front. This is true. So, and that's what basically what I'm asking now. Like, what are your goals? Like, when you meet somebody, do you let them know? And I think we discussed this a little bit last week on episode 7 when we had our guests, Mike and Jessica. And basically, a lot of people like to play games and give off mixed signals and say, oh, we're just talking or whatever. Excuse me, guys. We're just talking or whatever. But it's just like, well, what do you want to do? If you really don't want a relationship and there's no longevity here, let me know. And then I have that option to say, okay, well, I really want something more serious. And if you're sure that that's not something that you want to do, then I can respect that. But maybe I'll respectfully decline because, I kind of really, really want to be with you, or I really want to be with somebody. And if I know that's never going to be you, then I might as well move on anyway. So yeah, I do agree with that. But so for everybody that is on the show right now, I just want you guys to maybe take some time to think about that. Maybe, I don't want to make it a challenge because everything's a challenge now and it's so annoying. But just if you're in a relationship, or before you get into a new relationship, just take into consideration what it really means to be in a relationship. And the fact is, being in a relationship means that you're adding a responsibility of another person, period. Like, and everything that comes with them. Everything that comes with that person is now on you. Whether it's something as small as, they don't have a job, because that's small. They can get a fucking job. Or they don't have a car, down to they have a disability, or if they have a death in their family, like all those things, that's on you. Because if you're honest with yourself, think about it. When you're in a relationship, first thing that happens, who's the first person you call? Your girlfriend, your boyfriend, the person you're talking to, or whatever. That's who you're gonna call. If you get pulled over, you texting them like, I just got pulled over. If you stub your toe, you're like, babe, guess what just happened? If you get fired from your job, who you calling crying? Who you asking money for? Like all those things. So it really is just a responsibility. Dusty saying, well, I hear you on Friends BJ. What are you on the issue that men these days give all their woman to be able to see great man in front of them? Can you clarify, Dusty? You maybe you texting too fast, babe. People tend to be on their best behavior when they meet someone new. Problem is that they can't keep that up forever. So you need to be 100 with yourself and show who you really are and get all the tough stuff out in the open right away and let them know what your expectations are so you aren't wasting your time. True. Like it or not, each person gives 100%. Compromise is key. I agree. Yeah, I got some music in the background, guys, because the election is being tallied and I can hear it in the TV, and I just wanted to make sure you guys didn't hear it. And I had music on last week and I was like, oh, it had a nice little ring to it. So if it's too loud, I will turn it down. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. But y'all got a little music in the background, and y'all know I got my slow jams playing. I'm old. So, and we're talking about relationships. So, if we talking about something else, I'll have some different music. So, if y'all have some ideas for music, y'all can send them to me, because I'll probably try to have some music in the background playing low, just as a little ambiance or whatever. But yes, I feel like compromise definitely is the key, and that's what the issue is. And it's so cliche, but people don't realize, yes, that's a thing. If you can't compromise, if you're not willing to give a little to get a little, you're not going to get shit, period. You have to give something. Like, okay, meet me halfway. Yo, I got issues. You got issues. All right, what can you do to help me, and what can I do to help you? Like, we have got to work together. Or if not, what are we doing? Like, you're wasting my goddamn time. I'm wasting your time. And I could either, be by myself or not. Okay, so just so you know, size does matter. Okay, yeah, and it's 9:32, so we're moving on to our second topic, which is, does size matter? So this topic was brought to me by one of my male followers. He hit me up in my inbox and just requested that I speak on this topic. And I know it's a big thing for guys. Like, that's always been a thing. And size does matter, and does size matter? So we can talk about it. We definitely can talk about it. According to Jessica, size definitely does matter. Thank you to everybody that's sharing the video. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for everybody that's been following me, friending me, sharing the video, sharing my posts, adding me on all my other social networks. I really appreciate you guys so much. The last few videos have had over 1,000 views, so that means a whole lot to me. I'm just doing the best I can to bring you guys the best of me. I try to continuously be myself, be real. I'm tweaking little certain things. If you guys, I always accept any type of suggestions. Of course, any topic suggestions or ideas you always can hit me up on my inbox. Also, if there's anything that you guys at least would like to talk about or like to comment on, suggest, questions, comments, concerns, all of that, y'all can always hit me up in my inbox, comment on any of my pictures, any of my posts. I usually am pretty good with getting back to people. Also, for those who didn't see my post, I want you guys to save the date for my December 4th show, I think it is. I have something really special planned for that particular show. And let me just double check the date before I'm all talking all dumb. Oh, I'm sorry, December 6th. My December 6th show. Stay tuned for that. I have something really special planned for that day. So just save the date. I'll give you guys more details coming up. In this new relationship, what was you compromising? Let's move on to the next. Relationships can go on and on. Yes, they can. I'm sorry. Thank you. BJ, we'll talk about that later since we're moving on. But so as far as the size matters, so according to, I would like for the ladies that are on the post, please comment. So me personally, I'm going to say that whole size matter thing can go a few ways, because back in my day, in my experience, I'm assuming we're speaking on the size of the penis. And the size matters, yes, because nobody wants some super large ass. I'm gonna speak for myself because I don't know about these freak ass bitches that's out here. Some bitches might like a super, super big dick the size of a wine bottle. I personally am not really into that. Like, I don't want to feel no type of pain. I'm not here for none of the pain shit. If it don't feel like easily good, I don't want to do it. It hurts. It's too big. I feel like I'm going to be permanently damaged afterward. I don't want to experience that. So if some of the other ladies on the post can comment and just let me know what you guys are thinking. I don't want to be super biased as a lesbian in this situation. Yes, I've had sex with men in the past, and personally, I'm not a fan of the super large, grande, mandingo dick. Size is important, but if you don't know how to use it, what you have, size doesn't matter. Amen. Although the biggest I had, the sex wasn't great. Right. So basically, and that's usually the thing. So it's just like, okay, because some guys think that, oh, I got this big old jumbo dick, and then it's just like, okay, so what are you about to do with it? You're not going to pound my head off because I'm going to die and I'm going to fuck you up. But some people, if you got a little medium, little something going on, and you got a little skill behind it, you the move. You really are like the man right now. So don't think because you got a little average, I don't know, what's average, like 5 to 6. If you got that and you okay. And even if you got a 4, but you got a little twist in your hips, then you're doing a little something. And you could, have some longevity in your life. I think size matter, but it's more important sexual chemistry, basically. And that's definitely what I was going to say. It's just like, if you don't really know how to touch a woman and then kiss her and, properly explore the rest of her body outside of you and your dumb big penis, or your dumb small penis for that matter, then we're not going to get anywhere. So average is a little less than 6. Okay, so we're talking like 4 or 5. So yeah, if you have that, then you should be good. That's about average. And if y'all are paying attention, guys, according to the ladies, that's okay, as long as you know how to use it. So you better watch some videos or something, not porn. I'm talking about videos, like learn how to whine, learn how to move your hips right, learn how to properly gyrate, learn other positions besides missionary and doggy style. Everybody don't want to get bent over and have the shit fucked out of them. Now, I'm not saying that that's not cool and cute and people don't like that, but not all day, every day. Like, I don't want to be fucked like a dog every day. Sorry, I don't want to do that. What about if it's too fat? Because I get that a lot from females. Yeah, so that's means it's big, and that means you're taking something really, really big and putting it in a little small hole, so you're spreading it out like this, and she feels like she's not going to have no walls after this is over. Was that a good analogy for you? It's just like this teeny little hole, and then you're sticking your big ass dick, so she feels like it's going to be spread, like, and nobody wants that. Everybody wants to feel like they're going to snap back after this. Nobody wants to risk their vaginal walls for one nut having sex with you. Did that answer your question, Raheem? No, that wasn't Raheem that said that. Who said that? Yes, that was Rashim. I'm sorry, I got your name messed up. Because I'm an 8 legit, but it's for the width. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. That's just my opinion. Also, we're gonna give the guys a little bit of leeway. So because this is the thing. A lot of guys complain that these females don't have no walls. So we need to, let's address that, because number one, right. Rashim Jessica saying you better make sure you got a lot of lube to go around. In regards to the whole no walls thing, because I get back and forth comments with that. So you got a whole lot of men saying, oh, these bitches ain't got no walls, I'm fucking them, I'm just slipping all over everywhere. So number one, she might have fucked somebody with a fat dick in the past, and now you gotta keep up with this motherfucker. That don't mean she don't got no walls. That mean you got a skinny ass pencil dick, and you just can't really get in where you fit in. So you gotta go in there like a microphone and try to hit the walls, like hit it around, like just go around the edges. Like y'all ever eat like oatmeal or cream of wheat or something cool? I mean something hot, and you gotta eat around the edges first. You just gotta focus on the edges because you just not what she used to. That she was fucking a nigga with an 8, or what Rasheem saying he got an 8. I don't know. I'ma just let that go. She was fucking somebody with some fat shit for 6 years, and then she started fucking you, and your dick is like the size of a toothbrush. Then yeah, it's gonna feel like she don't have no walls. And you've been fucking your girlfriend from high school, and you the only person she had sex with, so her pussy's still super tight. Then yeah, it is gonna make a difference. So that don't necessarily mean she don't have no walls. And I'm not necessarily going to say you got a small dick. It just means that y'all kind of need to meet in the middle. It's almost impossible to have no walls. But if she is super comfortable, she's going to be slippery. This is a fact. So, yeah, y'all just kind of have to go around. And I just feel like y'all just need to learn how to do other things. I feel like, and I don't want to keep saying that men this and men that, just simply because I haven't had sex with a man in years. But what I will say is, don't be lazy. Whether you're in a relationship with this person or not, it is your responsibility to make them enjoy this sexual experience as much as possible. Fuck it. Even if you just fucking a bitch one time, it's just like, don't you want to leave your mark on that person? Don't you want them to remember you? Don't you want to be memorable? Don't you want them to have the ultimate orgasm while they was fucking you? Do you not? Is that not the goal? We talking about goals. Is that not the goal when you have sex with a person? I don't care if it's 1 time or 6 times or 100 times or y'all married. The goal is, oh, you're going to remember me. This sex is going to be memorable. You're going to have to remember me. So don't think that, oh, it's just going to be some simple, oh, yeah, bend over, 6 pumps, you fuck, I'm asleep. Oh, no. That's the quickest way to get put the fuck out, cuss the fuck out, and probably some other shit. Laziness is the devil. Yes, because what are you doing? Like, okay, I'm going to need you to put in some work. You need to seem like your biggest goal in life right now is to make me enjoy this experience to the utmost. So some of y'all, like females and males, because it's a lot of pillow princesses out here, and these females just want to lay around and just like and just get fucked all corny. Like, nobody wants that. Guys don't like it, girls don't like it, nobody wants that. But I'm versatile. For me to to be a big guy. But my problem is females I get with not as long-winded as I am. Okay, now you got to work them through that, Rasheem. You got to get these bitches some green tea, give them some wheatgrass shots. I don't know, because, you know, you have to do something. And as far as longevity, so as far as being long-winded, I think that goes into being lazy as well, because what you want to do is you want to make, some people have this false idea of sex. Like, it's just like, okay, like we're racing to get to the finish line. No, that's not the situation. That's not the situation at all. This is not a race to the finish line. Whoever gets there first, you get your nut, I get my nut, we gonna sleep. Whoa, you done fucked up. It's just, you have to, this is a process. It's a thing. Like, sorry guys, I dropped my phone. You need to be interactive. You need to be trying to make it last all night. Like, as far as being long-winded, it's just like, okay, well, what are you gonna do to make me want to do it again? You can't, I'm not saying don't put your all into it, but don't be pumping me off fast, and then yeah, I'm gonna, okay, I might have nutted or I might have lied, and that's another thing for guys. I don't think y'all even want to go there right now. But it's just like, yeah, so I may have. And now, if it was all rough and weird, like, I don't want to do it again. Like, I probably ain't even tired. I'm probably going to play with myself when you fall asleep. Because you just did too much. And I don't want to do that again. So, being in shape makes good sex. Okay, I agree. Partially can't, like, say for sure because I'm not that in shape. But I do know for a fact that you could do a whole lot more. Do a lot of moving around, throwing around, all that. And that was going to be my other thing. Like, so, Rasheem, we have a big eye on here. I know I'm pretty thick as a female. Like, Does that, so since we're talking about size and we can go all day, but it's not really that well versed of a topic. I also wanted to know how you guys are feeling, guys and girls, like as far as the size of your partner. Now, not their size as far as their weight necessarily, but does there have to be like a dynamic when you're yeah, no, I know you don't mean skinny. Does there have to be a dynamic with the size? Like, you know, it makes it more interesting when you can bend over and we can pitch a leg over your head, and when you can do this and that. All that makes a difference. Yes, it does. So it's not necessarily being in shape as far as being skinny. Just be a little limber. Try. Do some squats. Do some yoga. Do some stretches beforehand. If you know your boo's coming over, or you know you're going over there, do some stretches. Work out. Take a walk. Crack your knuckles. I don't fucking know. Do something. What about the girls that just want to lay there? Yeah, Jordan, we call them pillow princesses. And I just explained that they got to do a little bit more than just laying around, because that's the fuck boring. And even if you got super wet pussy, it's so tight and it's this and this and that, that's not attractive. And that's what I mean by sex is not a race, because it's just like, you're turning me off. Like, now I'm just going to do it because I just want to hurry up, because you're just laying there, you're boring, you're not making no noise, you're not moving around, you're not participating, you're just laying there. Like, come on, do something. Like, you're getting paid. Now, if you're getting paid, matter of fact, if you're getting paid, you should really do a whole lot, because then you'll get the better tip. So now it's your job to make me enjoy it, not just have me do it, but actually enjoy it. I love doing the foreplay and changing with my different positions, and I do a lot. It's just that they can't keep up with me. Very few can keep up with me. Okay, Rasheen, well, you talking real heavy. So maybe you you know, you talking real heavy, so maybe you just haven't met your match yet. That's my synopsis on that whole thing. You know, you might not have met your match as of yet, or you know, they just not ready. I mean, just in shape to have stamina, right? Like, I'm much stronger, so I can ride my horse for a long time, right? Basically. Oh, thank you, Chuck. Maybe you should hop off my dick and get off my post. Lord knows Charlie horse ain't the move. Please stretch and drink lots of water. Boom, drink lots of water. I'll be saying water is the answer to everything. Can bad sex push you away from your partner? Yes, 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 yes. I agree 100%. I think everybody will agree, and I know for a fact my partner will agree. Bad sex. Now, also, this goes back to the responsibility thing, because I feel like, what exactly is bad sex? Because a little coaching ain't never hurt nobody. If somebody's doing something you don't like, or they don't do something that you like, then just tell them, yo, babe, let's try this. Or, have you ever tried this? Or if they can't eat pussy, like, all right, so do this. Talk them through it. Look, I'm all for the verbal communication. Listen, you better say something, because I might be getting mine and you're never getting yours, and nobody wants to get cheated on. Nobody wants to get left all because of sex. Like, sex is definitely a partnership type of thing. I don't think there's a such thing as bad sex unless you're getting raped. I feel like it all can be worked out. All of it. So, I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the whole... I agree that bad sex can ruin a relationship, but I just feel like if it's a real relationship and y'all got some chemistry, then y'all will work together to make the most out of it. It's just like, okay, we're going to talk about this. Either we'll talk about it during, and I'm going to give you some coaching tips, and you're either going to take them and take heed to them and know that I'm telling you this for your own good, because I could very well just not say anything, and then I'll be fucking somebody else too, because you're not getting the job done. Or, you know, y'all can have this conversation over coffee in the morning. Great sex, bad relationship, or great relationship, bad sex, which one? Personally, I'm gonna say good relationship, bad sex. Simply because if it's a good relationship, then the sex can improve. Because I'm gonna talk you through how to eat this pussy properly. I'm gonna tell you that I don't like when you grab me by my neck. I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk about this. I'm definitely a coach, and if I put you up on game, you better come out the MVP. Basically, that's just how it go. Like, you know, you just have to just coach them through it. Ain't gonna hurt. Let's see. I'm just catching up on the comments, y'all. Give me a second. Some people just don't get it, and I feel like once you have some good sex and you have someone that's not as good as that experience, then it's kind of a letdown, not just necessarily bad sex. Excuse me. Okay, so Angela, basically what I was saying, and I hear what you're saying as far as having some good sex, but how about this? I'm asking you, can you elaborate? What made the experience that you had with that person good sex? Was it the experience or the actual sex itself? Because like I was saying, I feel like and Jessica's saying the same thing. Like I don't believe in bad sex. I just feel like tell them what you want. Everybody's different. So the person that they might have been with before might have really liked doggy style, or really like to get fucked in the ass, or really like real rough sex, and you're a more sensual sex. You like to slow grind and this and that, and it might make a big difference. So it's not that they have bad sex, it's just like, okay, well, they're just used to having sex with a different type of person, so they need to know what you want and what you like and what your body is used to and what your body is, and you might have been coming from a different situation, so y'all are just opposites. So in each relationship, in each situation, in each sexual experience, you just have to be open and tell people what you want. And I feel like us as adults, we should be able to just say, hey, I don't like that, hey, I like this. And I feel like a lot of people be scared to be like freaky. Like, I'm grown. If I'm going to get a body, we're going to make the most out of this body. Like, you're going to do everything I want. I'm going to do everything I want. And just like we talked before, I think it was episode 5, the kinky sex topic. With good sexual chemistry, you can pretty much you can cure world fucking peace, in my opinion. It's just like we can do whatever because we vibe now. It's not even necessarily about emotions. It's just like, yo, I'm digging you. You're turning me on to the max. I'm turning you on to the max. We can do a lot of stuff. So let's just do it. Just try it. You've been thinking about it. You better try it, or you better say something. Because I probably been thinking about it too. A lot of people just be so reserved, and it's just like, for what? For what? I don't even understand. As a woman, can men tell when y'all as women fake orgasm? So are you asking the question saying, do we think men can tell, or are you telling me that men can tell? Because you're a man, not us. I know for a fact nobody can tell if I'm faking. A man cannot tell when a woman fakes it, period. I agree. A woman might. I've got that a couple times. Somebody called me out on faking. That also goes for people in long-term relationships. If you listen to the person's body, you can know what they like. Things change. It's stuff I like now that I didn't like before, and vice versa. Right. Oh, I'm asking you the question. Yeah, so we're answering to BJ. Me and Jessica both said, no, you can't tell. Do you think you can tell? I don't believe I've ever been in a situation where I faked it and somebody knew. But do you want us to tell you how to know? I don't think that we can do that. That's like the ultimate girl code. All I will say is listen to the body, not the moans. Listen to the body, not the moans, because the moans will throw you off. If she good, child, you'll think she's pregnant and everything. And she be thinking about what she gonna wear tomorrow to work. And that don't mean you whack. That does not mean that you're whack. That does not mean that your sex is bad. That just means that she faked it. Because she probably was tired and you probably was taking too long. Men cannot tell. I think girls need to stop faking it. They do. I agree, Tika. So basically, that's just what we said. Just communicate. Oh, me too. I can fake the body, the moans, all that. You would think, yes, you would think that you have gotten me pregnant, that I love you, and I'm just ready to go. Because it's been a long time. It's not even necessarily, you're not always even faking it because you're not enjoying yourself. You're just like, maybe you're tired. Maybe it's just taking too long, or maybe you're burnt out, or maybe you're hungry. I've been hungry. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm looking at the time like, we've been doing this for a while. And sometimes if you already have, orgasm once or twice, then it's just like, okay, I could fake the third one. Right? But BJ, it's really all about just